Hey, beautiful seekers, seers, shifters. Welcome to the Existential Shift. So happy and honored to have you here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Morgainne. This is The Shift. And we're going to go over with tarot readings and maybe have some fun with also runes and animal spirit through all the 13 signs. Why 13? Because I also include Ophiuchus, um, the serpent bearer. And what else? And it's going to be for November 2025. But if you're stumbling upon here at any time, these are general tarot readings. So maybe you'll find something here for you. And if not, that is okay too. I recommend watching um, sun, moon, rising, or whatever you resonate with or have a stellium in. Okay, I'm going to work with mainly with the Rider-Waite, but also with the Spellcaster's Tarot. Okay, and feel free to express yourself. If you're watching this live, say hi in the comments. If you're watching this as a recording, say hello in the comments. Share where you're from. That's my favorite part about, well, one of my favorite parts about the work that I do is having so many people from so many different parts of the world tune in. I find it just, I don't know, I think it's amazing. Um, oh, and if you feel inclined to timestamp the readings, that will be fantastic. And thank you in advance. Really, really thank you for timestamps. Okay, let's just dive straight into it. Happy birthday, Scorpios. I'm going to start with you guys and move from there. Um, Garanji, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, which I'm probably mispronouncing your name. Uh, Fav is live. Yes. Oh, I'm your favorite. Yay. Right back at you. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the extra VIP content. Okay, so Scorpios. Scorpio seekers for November 2025. Let's go. What's going on with Scorpio, please? Yeah, you're very in your element. It's not just the sun that is in Scorpio, it's also Mars, Lilith. Anything else I'm missing currently in Scorpio? Oh, Mercury, but Mercury currently, as I'm recording this, isn't your sign, but it will move into Sag. That's still a lot of energy. Mars is one of your rulers. It's your ancient ruler, and it's in your sign. Lilith is very scorpionic. So your energy is really, really emphasized right now. This applies to the collective. Anywhere you have Scorpio in your chart is getting a lot of power, a lot of energy, a lot of attention. And considering that it's in Scorpio, that's even more powerful. Okay, these are deep, deep waters. Deeper even than what Scorpio is used to. Scorpio drill. I'm sorry. Yeah, Scorpio drills, but Mars is the drill. Okay, so the driller is holding the drill, guided by Lilith, and the sun is like, that's cool because I'm here too. So things are going to be very intense this month, and honestly, I feel like this applies to the collective for November, but mainly for you. You might even be leading this, right? Be a very active catalyst and things like that. In research, investigation, exposure, transformation, change, death, rebirth, healing through pain, because that's just Scorpio, but also sensuality, sexuality, profound truth. Everything that you are but just amplified. I don't think it's a month you're able to hide behind a rock like sometimes Scorpions like to do. Everything is going to be seen, and I don't think you mind it. I think you're like, I'm done hiding. I'm done being scared. I'm done. Like, you're really putting yourself out there. Three of Wands, putting yourself out there and your vision out there and your purpose and your aim. It's like, yes, I'm all of these things and I do all of these things, but this is with a purpose, with a vision, and this is the vision, right? You might not necessarily declare it, right? And make make a show out of it, but you won't hide it. You will. I think you will let your actions lead and speak for themselves. Let's do one or two more cards. Yeah, honestly, this is for all this. This is mainly for Scorpio, but because it's the season and there's so many planets and energy in your sign, I think all seekers should watch this reading. Don't skip it. It's not. You want to drink a lot of liquids, Scorpio. It would really help vicariously and energetically. Did I not just say liquids? Ace of Cups. Energetically with the work that you do and with the flow. Just drink a lot of water. It will really help your cells, your neurotransmitters, your blood flow, everything. More water and fire. Temperance. So we have here fire with the wand suit and water with the cup suit. And then temperance is the alchemy of fire and water. It's also the card of alchemy. They say it's Sagittarius, but I actually think it's Ophiuchus. But let's not go down that rabbit hole right now. It's like you've been preparing, and it was internal. You've been doing some work with yourself behind the scenes, not necessarily talking about it, telling about it, showing it. And now you feel like it's time for whatever reason. And you're coming out with it and you're living by it and expressing it. And you're doing it without fear and without shame and without apology and also without too much ego or pride or showcasing. It's also not performative. You're just cool, calm, collected, doing the thing. And it's a result of a long time of alchemizing yourself and the work that you're doing and finding balance. You feel like, okay, now I got it. Now I'm at that sweet spot and I know how to get things done and I got it covered. I feel like I can take off the training wheels, right? I feel like I can fly solo, whatever applies. Um, I feel like I can take that leap of faith because I've already been preparing and I'm ready. It's in my bones, right? I'm ready for that competition because I've been training for so long and it's already muscle memory. It flows. I've been studying this for so long. I know the material like I can quote it from in my sleep. I'm ready for that debate. I've been friends with that person for a very long time. I've been getting to know them. I'm ready to take that step and ask them out because I think we'll make a great fit. And so on and so forth, right? And I think it's going to work out really well, Scorpio. So this is a really positive reading. I'm not going to say simple because there's nothing about you is simple, but but it's very positive and fluid and calm. There's no drama here. So that's really great. And it's really interesting considering, you have signs of drama in your sign. Mars and Lilith are dramatic. And meeting the sun could be very dramatic, okay, or very intense and suddenly exposed and becomes a drama. Not this month, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading and it was helpful. By the way, guys, YouTube is doing this new thing called hype. So whenever you post, a YouTuber posts a video on the first week, it's kind of like a like, but better. um, and I think you can only do it from your phone if you're watching something from your phone. I'm not sure you can still do it from you can do it from your laptop, but it's free. You give a hype, and it really, really helps the video get a broader reach, get broadcast farther in the YouTube realm. So if any of my videos that I post inspires you, helps you, generates something in you, and you feel inclined to do that, to hype it, if you think others can benefit from it, and you also would like to support the channel, feel free to exercise that button, and thank you. Hey, Sandy, welcome. Oh, you're a moderator. That's awesome. Thank you for joining. Happy to have you. Okay, next is Sagittarius, and I think I'm going to go back and forth between the Rider-Waite deck and the Spellcasters, just so we can have diverse energy. Thank you for moderating. I appreciate it. Or you can just sit here and hang out. All is good. Okay. Sagittarius. Hope you had a lovely birthday. No, not yet. What am I saying? That's so funny. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday at the end of November, you early Saggies, happy birthday. So let's see what's going on with your energy for the month of November. Where did it go? There it is. Saggy. I started with Scorpio. Yes, we didn't miss much. Though it was a really important message for Scorpio that was applicable for the collective. So afterwards, you can watch it. Okay. Sag. What is going on with Sag for the month of November, please? Sag, you're acting like a Scorpio, very secretive. You're trying to kind of hold on to. Some of you are like, "Oh, don't look into my energy. Why are you here?" That's funny. Well, no judgment. Okay, so maybe it's not reflecting what you're doing here specifically, but in general, you're like you don't want someone or someone's exposing you or seeing into you or reading you. It's not necessarily because if you're a cross watcher, it's not necessarily because Saggy has something to hide, although it's possible. Sometimes we just want our energetic autonomy or autonomy in general. It's our sense of privacy and control over our own life and image and thought. That's very natural. But I'm feeling like there's something a bit extra at this time about this for you or coming from you. There is something you don't want someone to know, that you're worried that they'll know or find out. The Hangman. It's not something malicious from you. There's a level of sacrifice there. Maybe you're protecting someone. Maybe you don't know if they'll have the right perspective on it. You're not sure how they'll understand it. You got to acknowledge the possibility that maybe you have done something. That's just for a few of you. For those of you that it applies, maybe some of you have done something not right to someone, and maybe you're telling yourself a story to excuse it. We all do that. Okay. None of us want to be the quote bad guy. But the greatest breakthroughs and existential shift is when we're able to look beneath our nose and see truly within ourselves to our own, our agendas and our desires and our fears and, which are all very natural part of the human condition, as long as they don't control us and we kind of utilize them to do good and with balance and with awareness. And a lot of times they're there to kind of help us practice awareness, right? So this is something I have to say for you to acknowledge. But let's continue. Either way, um, and one possibility to consider is to be ahead of it, meaning instead of them finding out somehow, you coming forward and sharing that with them, or confessing something, right? Or just admitting to something. So even if they won't respond to it well, which is possible, I can't control what another person will do. I can't promise it will be okay, but at least it won't be as bad as it would be if they had found out some other way, right? At least that way there's a chance of bridging, right? Chance of bridging. And then we have, yeah, Seven of Swords. Someone did something. Here's a really important advice. Don't try to cover up covering up. That is just going to become, I'm going to give a really funny but gross example. It's like putting deodorant on sweat, right? Or perfume on shit. It doesn't work. And it comes out somehow. You want to truly clean it. Acknowledge this was shit, or this was sweat, or whatever this was, whatever that was. Um, just kind of rip the band-aid. Now, again, this could be the other way around. Maybe someone you're dealing with has done that with you or feeling that way with you. However, with before the cards, I picked up on you feeling like you want to cover something up. Um, and maybe you had good, somewhat sacrificial reasons to do that. If that's the case, maybe not. I don't know. It's a case by case scenario. You can book a private reading with me and we can dive deeper into your specific situation and circumstance. But generally speaking, something was done that was strategic, and you might say even manipulative. Um, Definitely utilizing creativity to get one's way. And if it was at the expense of someone else, I could see why they might get upset. One more card. Oh, Saji. You get so excited with your ideas that sometimes you lose yourself in those ideas. And sometimes those ideas are amazing, and sometimes they're not. And sometimes they're kind of depending on when and what and how. You're the bow and arrow. It's like once that arrow is, it's like there's no stopping it. So that's how you are with your ideas. It's like once you get hooked on something, it's almost like the shadow side of Sagittarius is religious zealousy. The light side is religious, guidance and communication with divine and helping others bridge their relationship, being the bridge between people and their God. But we all have light and shadow. One more card. Queen of Wands. Okay. So Hangman, Seven of Swords, Queen of Wands. Mm-mm-mm. So this could be a woman that you don't want her to know something, and you might be a little bit timid because she has very strong energy. It's the Queen of Wands, right? Very strong energy, very strong life force, very dominant, very assertive, very charismatic. Um, Not the kind of person that just let you step on them, right? So maybe you're like, oh, this person is going to say something for sure, or this person is going to get upset, or this person is going to call me out. I'm just reading the cards. Now, if this is the other way around and you are this Queen of Wands, another thing that you have is incredible compassion and heart and empathy, right? You feel what others feel physically. It almost stings you like a flame inside. So I know you'll have compassion to their conditions and circumstances and the reason that they'll give you for what it is that they've done. And generally speaking, you know, if you just come with like a superficial apology, yeah, I did this and that, I'm sorry, but you didn't actually, what you can do to, because this person, as I said, will not let you step on them and they don't take BS. So one thing that I can advise, if that's your case, is don't just say the words, I'm sorry, but come after actions. Try to correct the damage, undo what was done, um, whatever applies. So, love is a verb, an apology is a verb. If there's nothing that can be done, okay. But if there's something that is in your power to do that and then express, you know, apologizing or whatever the case. Okay. That would be very helpful. Um, okay. Thank you, Sagis. I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry if you're in a gunky situation that is hard for you to cope with, but you got this. You're incredibly intelligent. Mm. Sorry, I just need to read something really quick and then we're going to move into Capricorn. Hmm. Okay. Cool. All right. Ha! How's everybody doing? Let's do Cappy. Cappy, what's up? And now I'm going to do the Rider Waite. Yummy tea. I tried to be this person who drinks coffee, not just in the morning, but also in the afternoon. I do decaf, otherwise I bounce off the walls. But but I can't. I can only do tea during the daytime, no caffeine. But coffee in the morning, I love it. And people like some people out there like can drink coffee all day long. How do you guys do that? I mean, I love coffee. That's why I want to be that way. I love coffee. It's so fun and so tasty. But like if I'll drink coffee at 7 p.m., there's no saving. There's no saving. There's no saving my neighbors. There's no saving me. There's no I'm uh, in the morning it's great. But I'm not complaining over tea. I'm not complaining over tea. Kung fu. Okay. Happy. Happy for November. Capricorn. Tomorrow, from when I'm recording this, I'm going to do Capricorn Tarot Scope. The moon is now in Capricorn. I wonder if you guys are enjoying my new routine with tarot scopes and sequels. I just post them regularly throughout the month instead of just like at the end of the month for the next month. And I've recognized that my readings are so full of, you know, messages that can apply to any time and to anyone. So I figured limiting it with a time frame is just not doing it service. And then maybe there's a message there for you, but you avoid watching it because it was, well, July that year. So I try to kind of open it up. My channel members seems to like it because it brings them more sequels to the tarot scopes on a regular basis. Okay. Wow, the cards are being shuffled. Kathy, let's go. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles. Lots of earth for you. Ooh. So, Kathy, you seem to want to make a leap of faith, an investment of some sort that is outside your comfort zone and outside your regular thing you go for. And you're being very cautious and methodical about it, and you're kind of testing the waters. The good news is you have a great place to rely on, to come back to. You already have enough resources. If it's financial, if the case is financial, I see you have enough resources to be able to take on a new, position or study something new and try it out as a new business venture. Like maybe you've saved enough money, maybe you retired, maybe you have a spouse that supports you financially and you have the freedom to do so. And I think this is the month where you take that step and sign up for that class or start that podcast or open that website or um, you know take out your EIN, whatever applies. It's well, that applies if you're in America. Never mind. So, but Spirit is kind of encouraging you to say, you got this, you can do this. Your energy is ready for this. You don't need to be scared. Take the opportunity. Someone might offer you something, suggest something, an opportunity of some sort that might feel a little bit new to you, or that it's not exactly your field of interest or your field of expertise. It will require you to expand somehow or learn something, and but it seems like it has really really great potential and it can grow into something very 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 good. So that's an encouragement. So good luck with that, Kathy. Okay, nice. Next is Aquarius. Hey, Green Apple, another moderator. Thanks for joining. How's it going? So we have two moderators and a channel member. That's fantastic. Where's everybody else? I can see you here. Oh, hello. Ethereal Echoes. Welcome. Love having you guys here. Love it. Okay, now we're doing the Spellcaster Syrup. All right, I haven't focused on Aquarius. So Aquarius. Aquarius, seekers, seers, and shifters. By the way, you're all seekers, okay? Doesn't matter if you're also a seer or a shifter. You're never not a seeker. That's a dangerous mindset to be in. Beginner's mindset is the thing that keeps you not just in mastery, but also in sanity and in morality. Otherwise, the road to corruption, being corrupt by power or illusion of power, is very, very short. Okay, seekers. Aquarius. Message for Aquarius, please, for November. Why is everyone shuffling so so long? I'm hearing the song. Goodbye, farewell, au wiedersehen, adieu. Someone is leaving. Are you leaving? Aquarius. What's going on, Aquarius? You don't want anybody to know? You're so funny. Okay. Sorry, if you're new, this is just what I do. I stop for my hair. It's just what I do. It's what it is. Deal. No one's perfect. I don't presume. Everybody has their pet peeves. I get to have mine. Aquarius, come on. Whenever I'll see, I wouldn't know that it's a specific Aquarius. I see it for a collective. I wouldn't know that it's this specific person, Aqua, unless you choose to tell me, you know? It's okay. People who know me are now scared or are now afraid of me. That's classic. Fine. Okay. The witch wound keeps getting. Oh, you thought you healed some karma of being a witch? Now let's make your friends scared of you. Oh mon Dieu. Okay. You can also punch. I'm a karateka. Are you scared I'll punch you? No? So why are you scared I'm gonna take over your mind? I can't even take over anybody's mind, but then I'll read your mind. It's like, chillax. You have autonomy over your mind, okay? It's all free choice. You don't want me to see you, you're not going to be included in the collective of Aqua. Or you will, because that's just the energy, and you can't control all your karma. You can't control fate, and you can't control the cosmos. So take it or leave it. Come on, Aquas. Collective of Aquas. Subscribe to my work. Four of Wands. Okay, so there's a really beautiful collaboration here that brings you a lot of joy. It could be a friendship, could be a romance. Nine of Pentacles and bring really great results. It's like suddenly you feel like the work that you're putting into a relationship, into a friendship, into a connection, into a collaboration is paying off and it's being reciprocated and appreciated and you're valued. That is awesome. Um, and then Ten of Swords and King of Pentacles came out together. Hmm. You might hear that someone that you thought would be like your protector and cheerleader, they turn out to not be. Like maybe they were in a situation of some sort where people were talking about you and they said nothing, or they kind of went along with it. And you're like, oh, I would never fucking do that to you. And there's something disappointing about that, or just not disappointing, just kind of stingy, hurts. Um, like maybe they let someone in a position of power or authority of some sort, of importance to you, or that influences you in some way, get or have the wrong impression about you, or misconstrued, or they just didn't. I don't know. There's something. Okay, so it started with a really good friendship, but maybe you're not feeling so much like that at this time. Maybe you're about to. So, um, be careful who you trust and who you tell your very sensitive information. It happened to me a while ago where I confided in someone about something that causes me that I'm sensitive about, that causes me pain, that I don't like, that people do, that I'm very bothered with. And then that person went to another person and had them do that thing to me. And of course, the person who did it to me wasn't aware that they're doing something that I find very hurtful in specific. Like they didn't know that they were giving a different impression. They were told that it's for my well-being, for this, for that. Like it was guised, okay, but it was very strategic. It was very strategic. And the sense of betrayal that brings with, and they knew that was the purpose, which is why I absolutely forgive. Not the person who initiated that that fuckery of manipulation. Um, very, very, very evil. It's plain evil, honestly. It's really intense. It's an intense thing to do. Um, I don't forgive them. I forgive the person who was manipulated into doing that. So you might, but it still hurts, right? It's still like, wait, so can I trust you to not do shit like that just because someone painted it a certain way? Does that make sense? So it did work in a way, not to the degree that they wanted to, and it will be water under the bridge. But imagine if I hadn't known that that's what they were doing, right? Like this purpose of coming between two people like that in such a sneaky, manipulative, malicious, aware way. So I feel like something like that might not be that intense or specifically like that, but something along those lines, where just you feel betrayed. You can't completely be angry. You can't completely, but it's something about it hurts, and it did something. So it's listen. This is for the month of November. Who knows what will come of it? But that's kind of what I'm picking up. So just be aware of who you're sharing your weaknesses with. Even if you think that's the kind of person that would never go and abuse it, this month be cautious. Scorpio energy is also very sneaky. It can be very, very, very sneaky. Be careful who you trust, even if you're absolutely certain that they won't backstab you. And it's someone in a position of power or authority, or in front of someone in a position of power or authority. Okay. Ugh, that was yucky. Sorry, Aqua. Next is Pisces. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I wonder if I can take a break with the live now. Um, I thought YouTube told us that we can do that because I want to go use the restroom and put some hot water for another tea. Um, what's moderation activity? What's this? Mm-mm-mm. No, that's not what I want. Off. Mhm, mhm. Okay. I can't. Okay, guys, could you give me like a minute and I'll come back and do Pisces because I need to pee and I want to put hot water for more tea. And well, it's going to take me like maybe 2 minutes. So stick around, chat a little bit so there's no, uh, so there isn't like a big dip in the video. It really hurts the exposure. So chat a little bit, enjoy each other, get to know each other. You're my seekers, you're my tribe. Get to know each other. Talk. So I'll read it when I'm back. Okay.
Okay. How are we all doing? Okay. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you so much for your patience. You guys are so awesome. Appreciate you very, very much. Let's see. Oh my God, you guys have been, that's so awesome. Look at you. We have, that's a great idea, Green Apple, where people are from. So we have London, Ontario, a Virgo from South Africa. Wow. Pisces, another Virgo, Team Virgo, absolutely. Leo and Sag rising. Ethereal, go make yourself some tea, girl. Uh, okay, thank you guys. Appreciate you. All right, we're back. So we did Aquarius, and now we're doing Pisces. Fantastic. Pisces. What's up, Pisces? What's going on for you for November? Neptune and Saturn are back in your sign. You're like, I thought it was over with Neptune. Neptune made you like Pisces squared Pisces square Pisces. It has amplified your Piscean nature in the past 14 years or 20, no, 14 years. And then Saturn there in the past couple of years has made it like you were like dealt with the consequences or with the results of it or responsibility. You're like, but I didn't choose this. It's Neptune. It's like Neptune forced the extra Pisces out of you, like it basically took out the Pisces in you from many lives so that you could process and clear and balance in the past 14 years. And you've done so, and it was wobbly because, well, you're in the ocean, inside the ocean, inside the ocean. It's a lot of an ocean, and even for a fishy. So, but then Saturn came like, well, how'd you go? How'd you do? And you're like, what? I get graded for like surviving this massive ocean, and I'm this little fishy. Yeah. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but good for you for making it this far. I think they're both completely out of your sign and into Aries by February 2026. This is just the last dip. Buckle up. You can do this. You've gone through the hard part. Now it's just like the residue. Okay? Okay. Pisces for the next 3 weeks. What? For the next month of November. Pisces for November. Ooh, magician. Love this. You're tapped into your higher expression of Pisces. That's good. You're like, oh, wait, I'm the cosmos. I don't need to learn how to talk to the cosmos. I am the cosmos. I just need to talk to myself. I am the multiverse. It's like, talk to yourself. Look in the mirror. You're talking to God. Hello. Not to make you think you're God. I don't like doing that.
You're all gods and goddesses. No, you're not. Stop. That's megalomania. That's spiritual megalomania. That's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. That's the kind of shit that creates slave enslavement. Okay, if you're a god, then it's very natural for others to be in your service. One of the greatest illnesses of the Western society now is narcissism. Because we were so much into, we were oppressed for so long, for centuries, for eons. We were so oppressed. We come from lives and generations of oppression. So many of us, right? So now we're like, I'm free. Okay, but what are you going to do with that freedom? Are you going to turn around and do the same to another? Are you going to feel entitled to everything now? Or are you going to find the middle way and the balance? So, anyway, that was just a rant. But back to you, Magician. Two more for Pisces for November. Not to say you're not awesome and talented and capable. There's a difference. And then the Tower and Four of Cups. Whoa. Okay, okay, okay. So it's pretty much, I went on this tangent thinking it's not related, but it's completely related to your reading. So some of you have been feeling very comfortable with powers, abilities, skill sets, talents um, that you've cultivated for a long time, and it's been working. It's been working. You've been utilizing them in plethora of ways in different situations, and it's been working. Now, the same things no longer work. The same tactics, the same ways that you used to not just get away with, but like really succeed with. So you thought, oh, this is confirmation from the universe. But I did there was a video I did from which I made a short about a specific part where I spoke about how in the past couple of years the universe has been letting us roam freely and feel very, very comfortable with our opinions, our words, our expressions, and feel very emboldened in expressing them, just so that they can be exposed and dealt with societally, karmically, energetically. And so that you could receive a mirror of what the things you think and do actually mean. Because maybe for a long time you've been getting away with things, and this is collective, by the way. It just applies a little bit here. But now the cosmos has basically been taking everything up to the surface for quote unquote judgment, meaning for people to respond, to your thoughts. And from that feedback, from seeing what your words do, what your actions do, how someone responds to things or people respond to things, it gives you, it kind of creates a shock. You're like, wait, I've been thinking this way for a very long time. People actually think that that's bigoted. I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm also just giving examples. People think that that's bigoted. People think that's anti-Semitism. People think that that's this, whatever. And because you haven't been putting it out there, people, ourselves, the collective, and you symbolize the collective, Pisces. So yeah, it plays out with you as well. But there's now the mirroring is coming back in waves, right? And it's shocking and it makes you feel a little bit insecure. You're like, wait, what? Thought I was awesome. You are awesome. These things are not you. It's things that you've been doing. It's habits that you've been perpetuating. It's misconceptions that you had because you were taught wrong and you never expressed them. So you never had someone actually respond and be like, whoa, that's what? That's not cool. I'm so sorry that there are ads that interrupt the video. I chose the most mild. Let me see if I can change that in the settings and maybe turn them off for this live because I agree. I can just add them later. Um, so yeah, so Pisces, it's not you, it's just the things that you did. And It's not just bad, it's also good stuff. You'll get all kinds of reflections, and it don't take it to a place of, you know, oh, now I can't do anything. Rather, modify the power and the talent and the skill with your newfound learning and knowledge. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So thank you so much, Pisces. You're awesome. And thank you for taking the heat for the collective, right? Because something that we collectively are dealing with. Um, okay, so I'm in my live studio. Let's see if I can go and stop the ads for this live. Done. Okay, there we go. Okay, the ads are stopped, which means I'm not making money for this video. But I hope it will give you a better experience. Well, I already stopped them, but thank you, Green Apple. I stopped them. Just I'll bring them back after the live because you guys are here. You bother to come here. I want you to enjoy. Okay. So Pisces, you okay? You got this. Next is Aries. Hi Aries, how's it going? Sip of tea. Hmm. Aries. Okay, first card out, Justice. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Okay, one more. The Tower. Okay, three major arcanas. This is going to be a very meaningful month for you. A month full of truth, realizations, confessions, um, change, transformation based off of these, and a breakdown of some sort of mechanism or system that you've been living by or that was in your life. So this could be something mundane, like a job, a relationship. This could be something more, abstract, like an ideology, anything from anything across the board. But it's like the universe is like cutting things from your life. It's course correcting, and it clarifies something. It clarifies where does everybody stand. People in your life, what things are actually about. Um, and there's a lot of justice. So you'll be cutting out relationships. You'll be realizing things that are very, very, very uncomfortable to realize. Um, but it's really guided by your higher self and the cosmos. It's like the Wheel of Fortune is major forces. So major forces are involved in this. Um, Delivery of truth. It's just all around truth with the Justice card. And it's an unapologetic, harsh truth sometimes, depending. If the reality is harsh, then the truth is harsh, right? It can also be soft and fun, but it will break down some modalities and it will be a domino effect. So I see your life really transforming in the next month for some of you that this applies to. And I think by February 2026, you're going to look back at this time and you're going to be like, like you're very transformed. Okay. Now it's of course for the better. It's very big, but it's also uncomfortable. It's like a major ride. And um there's going to be a lot of understandings, like, chip fall, chip falls throughout the next month. And then things kind of happen as well. This is playing out in the real world. This is not just internal. It's also internal, but it's also external. So buckle up, put on your seatbelt, uh, practice breathing, practice meditation. You got this. But you can't run away from this. Is not an energy anybody ever runs away from. This is shaky. Okay. I'm not trying to scare anybody. This is not an actual physical place premise collapsing. It's not that. Don't be scared. It's more so events in your life. Okay. Situations, relationships, places, etc. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I feel like I need to pull one more card just to get a, because it's so high and up there, this message, but also down here. Okay. This is wonderful. 10 of Cups. So this, okay. Oh, this is happily ever after. Okay. This is the treasure at the end of the rainbow. What's going on here? So this is all for the better. This is for the sake of harmony, for the sake of truth, for the sake of real love and not the perception of, oh, that's big. Um, Hold on. There was something that came through and then it kind of left. Should I, if I'm supposed to say it, can you please bring it back? Ah, there it is. Thank you. So, amongst peoples who have not endured battle, war, real intense conflicts, there's no real understanding of what peace actually means. That's why every time people who don't know war talk about peace, I want to puke because, like, just sit and practice listening. Okay, there's no people who want peace more and understand the meaning of peace more than those who suffer war. Okay, so there's something about your perception of harmony or perception of peace here that needs to be clarified because you're like, well, how could this be peaceful and loving and harmonious if this is so shaky and painful and not painful, but shaky and troublesome and dramatic. Um, I'm gonna quote something that some of you would really appreciate and some of you would really not, but take a deep breath. Peace through strength. Sometimes you got to stand up to evil in order to gain peace. If God forbid, someone breaks into your home, hurts a few of your family members, and kidnaps a few of them, are you going to tell the police, don't cause any drama? Don't go and blow your sirens and storm into whoever took them and because it might interfere with the peace. What peace? That's a lie. That's a delusion. War is a very complex thing. Is a very complex thing, and we're living in this realm that is very complex and dual, where things don't feel intuitively right. Where it's like, what do you mean peace through battle? Yeah. So there's gonna be some battle the past few months, but it's for the purpose of peace. You gotta yank things out that are corrupt or rotten from the root. You gotta heal, like if think about, pulling out weeds so that there's room for good growth. You think the weeds are enjoying what you're doing? No, to them, you're coming in and you're pulling them out, but they're hurting the soil and anything else that wants to grow there that can give nourishment and food and shade and so on and so forth. That's something easy to understand, and yet we have a hard time understanding that in real life. I didn't create this mechanism. I'm just saying it the way it is. I'm just reflecting it, right? Doesn't mean that I love that that's the way it is. I wish you could gain harmony through harmony, but sometimes you got to go to court and battle it out and have a big mess with your family so that you can be with your children, so that they're not taken by a spouse that could be toxic to them or abusive to them? Are you going to be like, no, I don't want to fight with them. I'm just going to give them my kids for peace? What about the peace of the child? You understand what I mean? So that was just one example, but sometimes you just, and Aries, you guys understand that innately, but you understand it instinctually, right? Like cardinal fire. Not so much so necessarily here, and depending on your other placements, but as soon as you'll come to terms with that here, you'll have a much easier time with your instincts, with your essence, with your nature. You won't be judging it as much. You'll recognize that it's actually in service of harmony, not against it. Okay? Good luck. Hey, you came to the existential shift. I don't fucking sugarcoat. Okay? I love you too much to do that to you. All right. Hey. Taurus, yay. Yeah, you gotta sometimes get through the chaos to achieve the peace. Very true. All right, next is Taurus. Oh, let me switch legs. There we go. Taurus. Mm, what's going on with Taurus? So when the sun is in Scorpio, which is what we have in November, Earth is in your sign. And I think we really need to start paying attention to where Earth is because we are on Earth. If planets far away from us affect us, I mean, Earth, the planet that we're literally on, living by its laws of physics. So it's not just Scorpio season for you, it's Taurus season for you, your season. The other, which is your seventh house, which is Scorpio, the season of November, is a reflection of the self. We understand ourselves and we learn ourselves through the seventh house, in your case, Scorpio. It makes it you. Okay, so the signs that are on the um like what's the word? Contradictory places on the spectrum, they're actually one and the same. Scorpio is Taurus, Aries is Libra, uh, Aquarius is Leo, Capricorn is Cancer, Gemini is Sagittarius. Did I forget someone? Virgo is Pisces. You know, if I forget someone, you get it. When we rise to our advanced place, right? When we learn to integrate the polarities into oneness. So Taurus, interesting that I felt guided to say this, but you're a Taurus and you're a Scorpio. We all know that. So let's see what's up in your kind of ish also birthday season, right? And now I'm doing the Spellcaster's Tarot. Nine of Wands. Peace through strength. King of Wands. Yeah, so Taurus, the Aries reading also applies to you. One more. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, two nines and King of Wands. someone is letting you battle it out. Kind of sit on the sidelines, watching, letting you deal. Um, it might feel a little bit like overwhelming. It's like, why are you just watching? Why are you not helping? It feels very isolating. Um, and it's like you're right here, you're seeing what's going on. Why are you just sitting there? So maybe there's someone that you're feeling like should be standing up for you or showing up for you or helping in some way. They're in a position to do that, right? For a king. They're right there. They can see what's going on. They just sit there. And it's a very uncomfortable feeling. But it's like two nines and it's like Sag Virgo, there's a square there. There's this conflict, there's this issue, which this king is very passive about. The thing you need to understand about kings in tarot is that they're passive until they're triggered. And I teach about that in my tarot master class. In the classes that I give about the kings on the court cards introduction as well, and in the kings classes. You have all of them there's 90 classes. You have all of them on golden ratio channel membership tier, and it also includes all the tarot scopes, all the sequels to the tarot scopes, by the way. But never mind. I go into depth there when it comes to how to actually read kings in tarot because they're more complicated than it seems. They completely change their behavior, completely change the reading, depending on the cards that they show up with. I don't have a card on the table that triggers this king to action, that puts this king in their cardinal energy. They are in their passive energy. And it's something that saddens you and drives you mad at the same time. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I apologize. And I don't know if they're like waiting or just there's a smirk on their face. They might even feel a little bit entertained by it. It's almost like a sensei putting their disciple in the ring, letting them get beat up, in a in a fight. And it's like they're not helping them because they're supposed to battle that, but they've been training them, right? And they're cheering for them, and they'll be there for them once the battle is over. And it's not a real battle; it's a safe one where you get to expand and learn and strengthen from. But there's something here, so there's that minus the safe battle that you get to learn from. It's actually really, really not good, and you're like, it's like you expect them to do something. Don't expect anyone to do anything for you, Taurus. It doesn't work. Regardless of what's true, what's not true, promises, no promises, expectations, no expectations. Um, First of all, you're setting yourself up to getting hurt. And second of all, you just don't know what goes on in people's heads. So, regardless of this king or whatever their reasons are, you want to just, you know how to handle this bow. Bow is like a stick in martial arts. It's like one of the names to it. You know how to handle this. Look at your stance. You're brilliant. You don't have to be scared. You got this. Do it. They want to help, great. They don't want to help, great. And then, draw your conclusions, of course. You want to have relationships with people that you know will show up for you the way you'll show up for them. That's very natural. But whatever it is that you're dealing with, if you'll be dealing with it while simultaneously being like, why are you not helping me? That will just take a whole lot of energy and create a lot of frustration and will just create unnecessary damage. Just don't focus on it. And whoever shows up, shows up, and whoever doesn't, doesn't. And maybe they'll explain themselves and maybe they won't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. One more card just to thank you. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you've invested in this in this plant, in this job, in this relationship, in this whatever. You've invested in it. You've nurtured it. You've been, what's the word? Um, I forget. Anyway, so okay. So, you hold on to something, you let it go. You hold on to something, you let it go. You hold on to something, you let it go. That's just a cycle. That's just a cycle. It's what it is. And unfortunately, we can't control it more often than not. So just accept that that's the situation and do your best with it. You have the strength, you have the courage, you have the resilience, you have the knowledge, you have it. You don't even actually need their help. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe it's something that they could really help you with. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a matter of like not wanting to feel alone in the ring, wanting to feel like someone has your back or that you're not just cast aside, like whatever happens to you doesn't matter. I get it. But consider that that's, you're hurt by this emotionally, but it's not necessarily going to, depending, but for many of you, it won't affect the results. You can do it. Or maybe you can find someone else to help you. Um, sorry, Taurus. Not everything is fun. Okay, who's next? Gemini. Gemini, bless you. We had a good few years of very difficult readings for you guys. It's been very difficult. I think you have been, um, some of you have been very, very challenged with your own perceptions. And because you're so incredibly smart and intelligent, you're able to kind of loop yourself into these perceptions in a way that it's almost impossible to take you out of them because you find an intellectual reason to everything. That's because you're incredibly bright. So it's almost like in order to release yourself from that, you have to like kind of sit with your intelligence and intellect and be like, not now, baby, not now, cutie. You need to shut up this time. Your brain, your common sense. The best way to examine is how does this affect the person in front of me? Or how does this affect the circumstances or the situation that I'm operating within or with? If it causes harm, damage, hurt, how far can you continue, what's the word? Rationalizing it. So that was just a general because I that energy will not move, like my readings will not go past that until you go past that, right? And that is the greatest hiccup for Geminis these days, the past few years. Like and that will be also your greatest breakthrough once you do. And then the readings will look so much differently. But I can't betray the truth of the energy now of what you are dealing with, and what you're supposed to break out of or process and learn. So the readings will be similar and unpleasant and uncomfortable. I don't know what reading will come through. Maybe it will be an amazing reading. I don't know. I'm just telling you, like, why, because Geminis have been like, well, Morgaine, look, the readings that you're putting up there, you're talking to us like we're, sometimes you get hurt, sometimes you get offended. It's definitely not um my wish, quite the opposite. But I see other readers out there. No one is telling you these things. No one is telling you, dude, you're hurting someone or you're doing something. No one is telling you this. Why? Because they want your subscribe and they want your like and they want your comments and they want your share and they want your booked reading. They want it. And I don't blame them. It's also their living. I mean, it's hard. It's hard it's like it looks easy being a YouTuber, but it's 24/7 work. It's hard. So it's very easy to fall prey to the let's tell them what they want to hear. Or let's kind of change a little bit the interpretations of the readings, but someone needs to tell you these things. And I've been telling you these things time and time again, not because I enjoy it. I like before every Gemini reading, I'm like, please, let's pick up on something different. But Spirit will keep giving what is best for you. So please don't shoot the messenger. Okay. You guys are incredible. You have the capacity to do so much good. You're great spiritualists, great spiritual teachers, great spiritual leaders. You have an incredible spiritual capacity. I mean, to tap into other realms, you're mutable air. Who else but you can do it? You get lost in this realm and in the ego. You get lost. So you don't get there. You're like in this balloon. Your mutable air that is you, it's in this balloon, and that balloon is like the dogma of your ego. And it's like, you gotta let it out. Love you, Jenny's. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the cards have to say. Five of Cups. Two more. Five of Swords. Ah, and Ten of Cups. Okay. All right. Something got spilled. Okay. Something got told, seen. You're uncomfortable with that. It's not something, it's something that you used in order to get something. Could be a great thing, could be a not so great thing. I don't know. That really depends. Um, but it got spilled, made a mess. So you have two options now. Either you win at all cost and continue losing, or you choose heartfelt truth and what's the word? And healing of the situation. You will not be able to do that without putting your ego aside, without you wanting to win the situation. Sometimes the only way to win something is by losing, because winning it will make you lose something way greater that you will earn by losing, or by saying, okay, I give up, or I'm letting go of that, or I'm just putting that down, and then try to make amends with people or whoever, I mean, whoever, whatever applies. And I'm hearing eye to eye level. Don't look from above, look eye level. So when you talk to the person, explain something, if it applies, apologize, whatever, whatever. When you talk to the person or the people, place yourself in their position, in the same position. I get that you're still thinking that there was something right about it, but that's not how they're seeing it. And I don't know if that's also the objective reality. Now, things can be fixed, things can be corrected. It's all a matter of approach. And I think this is, going back to the tangent that I went on, it could be an opportunity for that kind of breakthrough that I was talking about. Could be a karmic breakthrough, could be setting you on a new timeline if you were to do that. So I think this is a very important message for you for November, Gemini. I think it's a very critical time for you this month, that could symbolize a transformation that was years due for some of you. For some of you more, for some of you less, but you get the picture. Okay? Good luck, Gemini. Oh, good gosh. Oh, okay. Cancers. Let's do Rider Waite. So we have 5 more signs to go. Cancer I'm doing right now, then Leo, then Virgo, then Libra, then Ophiuchus. Okay. if anybody's watching this through their phone, it'd be great if you'd want to hype this. It's bedtime, Green Apple. Okay, thank you so much for joining and good night. Have wonderful dreams. Okay. Cancer. What's going on with my Cancerian seekers for November? Eight of Wands. And Queen of Cups and Five of Pentacles. Interesting. Cleaning the cards and looking at them. And thinking. I'm thinking. So it's for November. I think you might get a communication, Cancer, of some sort about someone in your life that needs your help. Something has happened to them that is really unfortunate or uncomfortable, and maybe they need a place to stay. Maybe they need some money. Maybe they need just a friend and a listening, supportive ear. This could be a family member or an old friend. But I'm getting that helping them is something karmic, like you can pay off some karmic debt by helping them. Like there's a reason why they feel guided to reach out to you. Please be discerning with this message. Like, I don't know who this person is. If this is someone that you've been in a very toxic situation with, been an addict, stealing from you, all that, you do not need to do anything for them. You need to be safe and be healed. It really is circumstantial, and be discerning with this message, okay? But if it's someone that all in all, wasn't that bad or even good, and they just need some help and you can consider. Could be someone you had a fallout with that is reaching out to express themselves and how they feel about what happened. And this can also be someone that you have a trauma bond with, that you share similar difficult experiences where you guys can, meet each other. I'm just going to say this one thing, just for those of you that it applies to, maybe one out there. You don't get out of addiction by doing this together with another person who's an addict. Because as soon as one of you relapses, the other relapses too. You need to be in an environment that is completely different. I know it's not comfortable and you want to be there for them, and you think maybe it could work. It doesn't work. It doesn't. Just kind of word of advice or caution. One more thing. Anything else for Cancer? Queen of Swords. This could be, this could be a friendship situation or a family member. Someone you went through a lot with. And they're definitely reaching out either for helping them or for you to help them help others. For some of you, it's like, hey, you want to join this charity or this organization or this effort to come and help the homeless or the needy or the whatever. That's interesting that that's the thing that would come up. It's very specific. This is what this is. It will catalyze a process in your life that is way longer than just this month, to do with transformation and rebirth. The following is very specific. Those of you who want to accompany people when they're in their deathbed, like in their last journey, and helping them either spiritually or emotionally, this somehow might lead to that. But regardless, it will be this event or this situation or this person will generate this path for you, this timeline for you that is it's time. And it's going to be between this November and February next year. The reason February is so meaningful and it's coming up a lot in readings is because that's when both Saturn and Neptune will be ingressing into Aries and will leave Pisces for our lifetime. Okay. And onward. So Cancer, hope this was helpful and good luck. Okay. The reason I'm struggling with what side I should is because the camera is flipped. I don't see it like a mirror. So when I raise this, like it's just confusing. I don't know why it's like that in the YouTube live. I don't know how to fix it. Hmm. Okay, thank you, Cancer. Next is Leo. What's going on, Leo? How are you? Leo for November, please. Leo. What's up, Leo? Come on, what's going on? Oh wait, I'm supposed to change the deck. Leo. Leo for November 2025, please. It's because it makes it lighter on the energy for the deck. Leo, please, for November. Six of Pentacles. The Empress, love this. You might be dealing with a Taurus because these are two cards that can represent Taurus energy. One more card. And Two of Wands. Oh, that's cute. I love this energy. Okay. Okay, so Leo is you because it's the fire, right? You see how his legs are tied to these wands and he's like listening to this little cute bird? It's like you have this goddess, something really incredible energy in the vicinity. And you're doing this. Your hand and foot are tied, and you're listening to a little bird who's supposed to be informing you about what. Six of Pentacles is an opportunity. It's a gift that, well, the sixes are like that in general, but specifically with the Six of Pentacles, you got to work to prove yourself worthy of that gift or it's taken away. That's an aspect of the Six of Pentacles that we don't usually speak about. But so I'm not sure. Okay, there's something that you're taking for granted or kind of, because you see how, so his back is turned to this Empress. And then here there's this, sorry, it's this way. This, and here's like looking down at these people, right? Here's turning his back and to these women so happen. And here's like turning here's looking down, here's turning his back. And it's like, I don't want to say it's vain, but I do want to say it's missing. Like you're coming into a situation of some sort in November, where you're missing the point. You're missing something really big delivered or expressed, um, and just kind of not seeing it for what it is. You're seeing it as something smaller somehow, like you're in a position to help it or to give to it. You're seeing it as something to like not as important as this little bird. It's like, I mean, look at the imagery, right? There's something very in its own, is bubble the right word? In its own realm, kind of not seeing the outside. You're called to engage with the present, with what is happening, what is shown to you, what is given to you, what is presented in front of you, and not like, I'm just going to say it. Some of you are acting vain. You're being like, you're belittling or disrespecting or not appreciating something that is very magnanimous, that can teach you a lot, but you find yourself in a position that you can teach it. Okay. Um, and it comes from a place of, being tied to these wands, like these. And what are these wands? They just stand there. What do they mean in relation to the Empress, right? To the wisdom of the cow, to the wisdom of the divine feminine, to the wisdom of nature, whatever applies. Um, Sorry, this will continue driving me nuts. It's like this wake up call from the universe. It's a gentle one. It's a kind one. It's not something you have to do. It's not a tower. It's kind of, it's kind of just trying to mirror something at you. This message, spirit is trying to mirror something at you as to like what it is that you're doing and where it's coming from. Where it's coming from. Because with the two of wands, we also have something to learn, right? Um, and to have the Empress in the reading, and we have something to learn, but we're turning our back to the Empress, listening to something. Yeah, a bird is wonderful, but it's not even remotely close to what an Empress could. So it's like, okay, I'm trying to be very gentle with my wording, but to not hurt your feelings, to not hurt anybody's feelings, but it's not supposed to hurt your feelings if you're mature. Um, it's just that you guys are so sensitive in a wonderful way, and I don't want to, I don't want to hurt that. But you need to hear this because spirit wants you to hear this. So there you go. You heard it. You heard it. You heard it from me, but you didn't hear it from me. Leo, good luck. Next is no. Oh, this could be the other way around. Maybe you're this Empress. I got very strongly that you're the Two of Wands in this case. But maybe you're this Empress. It's possible. Okay. Virgo. Whew. Yay, Virgo. How are you guys doing? By the way, guys, if you're interested in a private reading, if you want to book a phone session or a video session, link is below. Um, so we're able to talk. Okay. Virgo for November. What's going on with my Virgo sequence? Huh? I thought the card flipped, but no. Okay. Message for Virgo, please, for the month of November. Four of Swords. Okay. Page of Wands. Eight of Wands and Five of Pentacles. Okay. November is a month of transition. In December, a lot's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of movement, maybe travel, maybe change, maybe study. Um, you might receive an important message, an invitation, something that didn't work out, or there was some bad blood or like, I don't know, it just didn't turn out well. But the month of November, I don't see it being resolved. I see it like kind of being a transition time where there might be communication about it, but not yet anything actual, not actual movement, not actual results or actual change. But December, Sag season is going to be very dynamic. So utilize this time, Virgo, to rest and just kind of chill and gather your strength and your energy. Because I see things moving really, really fast at the end of the year and the holiday season. I don't know if you're gonna be invited to a lot of places or you'll travel somewhere. You're gonna know. Someone's gonna reach out, communicate, invite. Um, could be you doing that, but I don't think so. I think it's like someone from the outside. This could be a visitor, a traveler, maybe. Maybe it's someone that is coming to see you or that you'll see in December, not in November. Um, so basically the message basically skips November and it's telling you nothing special, nothing unique. Just you don't have enough knowledge. You don't have enough information about whatever topic you're dealing with, situation you're dealing with. You will have it um, later in the month, and actually, sorry, through the month of November as well. You'll gather some information here and there that will become a bigger picture, and a clearer path is going to unfold going into the end of November and December. And in December, I see movement. Um, Maybe save money in November because you might have some travel expenses or whatever, or study expenses. I don't know. There's something's going on. Save money. Okay. It's not bad. You need the extras. That's all. Okay. Thank you, Virgo. That was very interesting. Libra. Libra and then Ophiuchus. Oh, that's too many cards and I haven't started focusing yet. So Libra for the month of November. Hope you had a lovely birthday season. Page of Swords, Six of Swords. And Two of Swords. Okay, Libra, you're not in the mindset to analyze or understand a certain situation that you're in. What you want is to take a break, a mental break. Could also be an actual vacation to take yourself out of a situation. Because currently your mind is stuck on a certain way of thinking and it's in a loop and analysis paralysis where you keep having the same conversation about something or with someone, but in your head, or maybe it's with them directly. I don't know, but it's like it's in a repeated loop. It doesn't. There's no breakthrough. There's no understanding. You want to put it on pause, take a break, take a vacation, try to sit with yourself and see where are things coming from an inner place. Now, it's not to say that there's no responsibility in the outside in other people and other situations, not to say that they don't have a shared responsibility or anything like that, but focus on your part because there's something there that you're missing. There's a missing there's a blind spot that you really need to clear your mind. You really want to take yourself out of that situation. Um, Maybe a little bit out of social media, take a break from social media as well. Um, there's some sort of echo chamber. Could be psychological, could be information, all of that. And it's not helping you, it's just giving you a headache. And it's drilling a situation where you get more and more stuck. So for some of you, for both Virgo and for Libra, it's just time. November is a time of quiet and of ease and of introspection. Um, Again, it's not to say that your life wouldn't be active in the day to day, but when it comes to your attitude and your approach, try to find serenity and quiet and patience to yourself and to the circumstances to kind of show themselves when the time is right. Okay. It's not telling me necessarily December or any time. I think it has to do more with the work. Because with Virgo, it's with something more exterior. It's like exterior circumstances that are going to happen more towards December, right? But with you, it's just a process, a mental, psychological, spiritual process. So the timing depends on the work that you do and how willing you are to let it go and let it sit and calm down and let understandings come to you instead of trying to analyze things and understand them intellectually or mentally. Okay, you're very much in your mind and it's really giving you a headache and you need some time off. Okay. Oh, we did it. We did all 12. Now we're doing Ophiuchus. Amazing. So thank you so much, Libras. And next is Ophiuchus. So guys, I'm just going to take the opportunity to tell you thank you so much for being here, live and recorded. If you lasted this far, you're definitely part of the shift. So subscribe if you're new. Love to hear your thoughts. So please share with us in the comment section. And other seekers, please respond to each other. Create connections and community. Hi, Helen. You're late to the party. It's okay. You're just in time for Ophiuchus. And then you'll be able to watch the recording. Happy to have you. You've been a seeker for such a long time. I really appreciate your presence. Thank you for being the seeker of the shift. What can I say? Okay. Oh yeah, and if you feel inclined to support the existential shift, there's links for donation below, either via Ko-fi or Venmo, whatever works for you. You can also book a session. We already discussed that. Check out channel memberships for Tarot Masterclass, How to Be a Catalyst Tarochi, and for all the sequels for the Tarot Scopes and Karmic Shift and Liberation. And, press the supporting buttons. Those are free. Okay. Fucus/Secret13 for November 2025. Eight of Swords and Nine of Wands to start with, and then one more card. Oh, I stayed in the Rider Waite. That's fine. That's what it was meant to be. It's just what it is. One more card for Fucus. Actually, let's do the third card via Spellcasters. The third card for Fucus. Eight of Swords, Nine of Wands, and it's like the best card. This is the most intense card in all the tarot decks. Judgment in the Spellcasters. I mean, look at this. Okay, Ophiuchus. Wow. If you're currently feeling stuck, not sure what's going on, what's the next phase, what's the next chapter in your life, what's the next move, you feel like it's a lose-lose situation. You just don't know where to take a turn. You feel stagnant. You feel like you're waiting for something to happen to show you the way, to give a direction, and you're not wrong. You are very in tune because something is coming and it will come in the right time when you're ready, when you're cooked enough. That's when this happens. That's when the awakening happens. That's when the realization, that's when the, loud message from the universe is coming. That's when the transformation, that's when the rebirth. You're going to know exactly the answers to all of these conundrums. And I'm hoping this says November because I was focusing on messages for you for November. But generally speaking, this reading with judgment, the thing with judgment, it's a matter of being prepared. It's a matter of being ready. You can't rush this. You can't rush the cake. It's ready when it's ready. It's cooked when it's cooked. The baby is born when it's born, and you're ready for the next timeline when you're ready for the next timeline. Spirit knows, your higher self knows, it will present itself to you in the right time. I want to say I'm hoping it's going to be in November because we declared a message for Ophiuchus for November. But because I also have judgment here, which can also be November, I'm fairly certain November will show you. It's possible, it's not. So don't be hooked on that. Just generally speaking, either way, you will get your answers. You will get your direction, and it will feel just right. Your bones, your system, your mind, your heart, your spirit will be in line, and you're like, I know that this is it. This is the next step. This is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so for those of you who've been feeling stuck, that's how it goes. Stay magic, stay true, stay free. I love you so much. Thank you. Bye for now.